Tone, there's some real money in the room.
For the people who don't know, man, let them know who we got in front of the camera.
What's up with it, man? What's up with it out there, TV land, man? You already know, man. It's your favorite villain, man. I'm back, man. We doing it again. Real Tune TV, man. Double OG, Bonnie Hunter, BJ, man. AK CEO Nino Cappuccino, man. I'm a changed man. Don't make me go backwards, man, because I'll stomp your head in, man. I will stomp your head in. Trill in the building, man. ROE, man. We in the building, man. What it do, Tune? What's up, man?
Goddamn me. Before we even get started, you know what I'm saying? What's new in the life?
Oh shit, man. Just new ventures, man. Just, you know, staying busy, staying focused. I just established my new entity, another new business, man, called 2 Trill TV Media Group. Okay. Which is a media group that's gonna host all the rest of my companies, which is Cappuccino Films, Coffee Shop Productions, PCE, which is Paper Chase Entertainment Management, and Urban Epic Novels, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm doing a kilometer up under that umbrella for us 2 Trill TV Media Group, and that's gonna be my new kilometer, whereas I'm connecting all my companies under that umbrella, 2023. And I'm looking at a major distribution situation as far as through that kilometer as far as those companies and those entities.
Right. Well, congratulations. You know what I'm saying? That's major. You know, especially as a double OG. You know, who done been down through there. You know what I'm saying? Been to prison, been back, been in the streets, been around. You know what I'm saying? And now to see you elevate. You know, we see a lot of people change, but we don't see a lot of people elevate. Right. So that's something that we could definitely commend. So what I want to do today.
Well, just before you move forward with that, let me just kind of like butt in and respond to that. My elevation comes from never being one of those double OGs or OG big homie that was on drugs. See, when the drug epidemic hit us, you had a choice. You either use or you become the abuser, you feel me? The nigga who go get the money. I was the nigga that got the money off of it. I never tested it. I never decided to say, well, you know what? I'd have made $1 million off this crack cocaine. Let me test this shit and see why niggas, you know, if the hype is so. I didn't have to test it and find out the hype. I watched the hype around me. So it kept me strong. It kept me at bay to never fuck with drugs. That was just a promise that I made within myself when I first tuned in and got recruited in them streets at 16 years old. I was never gonna get turned out on nobody's drugs because I knew if I did, that was gonna weaken my strength as a soldier, a warrior, and trying to build a reputation for myself. That would deteriorate my strength, man.
Man, why do you feel like a lot of people got on the drugs? It's some real gangsters, real killers on drugs.
I just broke it down, ninja, and explained it to you. You didn't hear me? You had a choice in the bloody 80s. You either can use it or you sell it. I chose to sell it, man, and got real money off of it instead of using it. A lot of my homies chose to use it and try to get money. It don't coincide. You can't beat that family. Right. You can't whoop that pimp right there, man. I don't give a fuck how you try to psychologically psych yourself out. You cannot whoop that family, man. When I say that family, I mean the family of drugs, hardcore drugs, heroin, you feel me? Cocaine, angel dust, Sherman, PCP, Molly's, the pills. All these things are combined in a drug family. And you can't whoop that family, man.
Right.
So I knew that was one thing that would weaken me as a soldier and a warrior in these streets, bro, if I ever became a drug addict. And then I knew it would be my demise, because niggas would be able to conquer me then, because my strength was too impeccable. Niggas couldn't handle me. Right. They was afraid, petrified. So me being on drugs would have made me worse, to where somebody would have had to just shoot me out of fear, right, to stop me, because I'd have really been doing some gullible, grimy shit out here, because I seen other real niggas do it like that, which was my homies. Right. Heart of a lion, but got a hold of them drugs, made them even worse. Feel me? But thank God for those who came up out of it, man. There's double OGs and triple OGs up out them 80s, man, who was on drugs and came up out them drugs, man. Thank God for that change, man. Straight up.
Yeah. Well, let's jump straight into it, man. But before we get into your life and your background, I want to talk about some current shit. There's a lot of stuff that's happened in the media, and
Oh, you taking me there?
I'm taking you there.
Okay, now you know over here, this on ROE, it's uncut. You know my slogan, man. For the people, by the people, to the people. Uncut, man. Raw and riveting, man. I give the people the truth.
Yeah.
So when you ask me my opinion, I'm gonna voice my opinion truthfully the way I feel. Some of those out there may not like it in TV land. I can give a shit. And then those are gonna understand it.
Right.
Shoot, let's go, Tune. Current affair, man. This so sloppy ass social media bullshit that's going on, man.
Well, that's why I came to you. Because I know if I want that raw, uncut truth, Dino Kappa motherfucking be Chino. No, for real. All right, so California is a big check-in city. A big check-in city. They say when you come here, you ought to check in with somebody you know so you can make sure you're good. You don't end up in the wrong area. You don't end up in the wrong spot. You don't get took down because you're moving wrong and you're not familiar.
Now, it's funny you touched on that and you asked me that, and I appreciate that because this is a platform that needs me on to say this and to hear it, to give clarity and understanding to a lot of the youngers out there, man, who's being misguided and misled by fake-ass niggas. Fake niggas with fake power. So I'm glad you asked me that. Because you know, who signed, who seen so, the high yellow fish-eye fool-ass nigga had the nerve to speak on he ain't checking in with nobody. But check-in is real, niggas. I keep telling niggas, check-in is real. It's not about the mentality the individuals place themselves in when you hear the word check-in. Prime example. I got Real Tune TV, Spliff Media in the building with Big Cap. They fresh off a fucking airplane. Who do they call first when they hit LA? Big Nino Cappuccino. Why? It gives them the presentation of, okay, I'm in the city, I done tapped in with one of my trill double OGs who really, really got muscle and power out here in these streets and can really make a fucking difference and can make a phone call to save a life, my nigga. So we tap in with our OG, let him know we here, and not only that, he's connected with us to the degree where his concerns about our safety and welfare in his city is a must to him. So it's mandatory for us to check in with our big homie because his concern is our welfare and safety. And we outlawing it. We all around the city doing selective jobs with different neighborhoods. But this man named Reem, this man got respect, whether it's red or blue. That's real checking in. And see, what makes things look unpresentable is when you place yourself in these certain positions. You got, like, again, you got certain individuals holler about, you know, this and that, and then an individual is put in a situation where now their life is at stake or they lose their life.
Right.
You feel me? And that's because it was the fake checking in, it was the fake bullshit, it's the jealousy, the envy. When this shit was, this ain't new. This checking in, state to state, city to city, this shit ain't new. It's only new to the uprising of social media. It's been this way in hip hop. It's been this way. Feel me? It was a time where you had to check in, or you couldn't go book a show in these certain states, especially when it came to Cali, because the streets ran shit then in the 90s in hip hop. It's a big differential now. Streets don't run nothing no more. Hip hop dictates it. See, it used to be a difference. The streets ran this shit, so it was street politics. So nigga, if you was one of them superstars, you was talking that yah shit, most of the niggas in the streets was really in the streets, so they don't give a fuck about the internet. So they coming. They coming to the shows, and they coming to smash. So now that transition has changed to where hip hop has gained a controlled aspect of this shit where the streets follow hip hop now. So it's a big difference. So again, that word TV land, check in, shouldn't put you in a state of mind or the mentality of negativity if you're a smart individual. So let me break it down to you. It comes in two forms. You could be checking in from an aspect of, as y'all want to put it, extorting, getting extorted. Yes, that's true. I'm gonna sit here and sugarcoat and say, no, that ain't facts. That's true, especially for you fake motherfucking gang members, Blood and Crip. That's what you niggas get because you're trying to tap into something that you ain't origin from. and then you want to rap about it, and you ain't origin from it. So you gotta check in with somebody, especially if you claiming somebody's set, somebody gang. You think you're gonna continue to just prosper off that, and you're not gonna tap into somebody from that hood. So that's the real origin of the checking in that everybody wanna look at as far as being exploited. Then you have the common sense of checking in. Again, I just broke it down and explained. My 2 guys is in the town. Today is Tuesday. Until they leave here the next couple of days, I'm subconsciously aware that my guys is in the town. So I've already made phone calls to certain individuals, to certain entities, letting niggas know, put salam on my niggas. Feel me? Because they in the town. I don't gotta necessarily be with them, I don't gotta roll with them, none of that. They can handle their business. But it's a respect mechanism. So therefore, they comfortable, I'm comfortable, the fact that I know that they here. You know what I'm saying? So you guys gotta understand when cats are talking about checking in and tapping in, when you go into a city and things like this, bro, it's for your own safe haven. If I went somewhere and I was in a city and I didn't know nobody in that entire city, because this question came about on my statement about checking in. Well, what happens if you go to a city you don't know nobody in that city? That yellow fool said this, so I'm gonna answer that question. You probably don't know nobody in this city. But if you're a real street guy and you thoroughly from the streets, you're gonna make it your business to know somebody from that city when it's all said and done, when it's over with, guaranteed. Because that's your safety precautions. When I travel and I go city to city, I tap in, I check in with certain individuals. You feel me? I do myself personally. Not because I'm scared, I'm afraid, no, because I'm wise. I know I don't operate with I'm not a bulletproof tank. I know I'm not invisible. Feel me? It could be a young nigga, 16, 15 years old, somewhere out of state, that heard about me, heard about my name, and decide, shit, oh man, them points for me, you feel me? And can walk up and want to knock my head off. And that can happen, right? But it's unlikely for it to happen, because I move a certain way. I don't move stupidly. I don't move like, oh, let me go over here. I'm down in Tennessee. Let me go over here to this dice game, deep down in the gutter of the hoods, with no secure, nothing with me, just on certain niggas' words because they say so. Nah, see, I'm a thinker. I know the world we live in, individuals are cutthroats.
Hey, real tone, there's some real money in the room.